again, it's more favourable.
That's a handlebar and a half.
Yeah, it is indeed. It looks very uncomfortable. Well, let's just see what happens, shall we? FaZe will be the aggressors to start with on the T side. I think Overpass is a map that Cloud9 have clearly spent some time on with the executes and so on. Maybe FaZe can show us the same on Mirage, where some may say they are favoured.
Yeah, I do definitely need to see, like, for me to see Cloud9 taking this one, they do need that strong CT side. I also noted that they struggled a bit on that T side, as a bit one-dimensional. So we'll see how things go with the pistol. You can see that FaZe are looking to likely just burst on TA site. They can take both Rain and Olofmeister through underpass, in through connector, but there is risks here because there's a three-man setup around this position. If the timing's off on this coordination, on this push, these mid players from FaZe will die.
1 minute is all that's left now. Grenades are being deployed. Where will they land? Well, they've isolated the players around connector, so only Rush can really face on the A bomb sites at the moment, and now they start to boost into the window. They're creeping. Will Rain check for this position? No, he's just given it up for free. And that's cost him. In the meantime, we've got a frag. So now we've got a 5 versus 3 as both kills have come in for Cloud9 so far. And it's a 5 versus 1. No kills. 2 players will get a helmet for cheap because they've had no damage to their Kevlar for Cloud9, which is even more bonus money for them. So an intricate setup from FaZe. They had position, but they didn't have any frags at all.
You kind of feel bad for, I think it's Rain going for connector, because it can be a 50-50, but it did feel like, as you say...
It cost nothing to check.
Yeah, I did feel like he had time to check it, but I love the boost. I think the boost is so cool. So I'm quite surprised that FaZe didn't get more out of that. Cloud9 looking pretty good. That's 3 of 3 pistol rounds, let's not forget. They won all the pistol rounds in the series so far, and we'll get a quick burst on TA. So this balcony burst is very common, and it's just to get the bomb down. You get onto the site super quickly, you can plant default, hit this guy on CT, try to overwhelm him, and the bomb goes down. So the mission accomplished. This is what they wanted.
That was a really nice HE from Rush, but it was a little early. But as you can see, they are really on point with those high explosive grenades. Flusher flying in with the knife. Not quite hitting the mark, though. 2-0 for Cloud9, only losing Rush, who got 2 kills in that round. And there we go. On to the next one. What will FaZe Clan have in store? They've got $5,000 to $6,000 on the team. A wry smile from Flu as the AKs come out for FaZe Clan. Olofmeister with 5850. Does he drop an AWP? No, they'll start with 5 AK-47s. Not every team feels compelled to have an AWP on the T side of Mirage. Same can be said for Inferno. Can mean faster plays from FaZe Clan, and indeed 4 players are going towards the A side immediately with Olofmeister top mid.
And the burst up the T ramp is coming, playing it contact style with his AKs, and there it goes. Rain will be charging first, checking Shadow, clears it, rushes down. There's no anchor left on the bomb site now to really secure anything, so this is retake city for Cloud9. They'll have to use the grenades, but the luck in mid could shut down everything. It's all about the timing for Olofmeister, and he won't get it. He loses against the MP9. There is a chance now for Cloud9.
Automatic holding the far angle while Zelsis continues to approach. I think there's a flashbang for his teammate. There it is. Rain completely blind. The trades are there, but the numbers will still favour FaZe. Flush and automatic left. Do they want to risk everything at this point? FaZe Clan look likely to take their first round, so I think it's time to hold on to this for Cloud9. Carrying a lot of equipment. So we saw the same thing from FaZe, the same idea that we saw in the pistol. They put smokers down towards the jungle connector area and just used the numbers to overwhelm what's likely to be 1 player on the A bomb site very fast indeed. And it gives them solid post-plant positions as well, and had Cloud9 on the back foot on this occasion.
So, very early on, getting that first round on the board. Mac 10 comes out for Olofmeister. Can only imagine the shenanigans there. Of course, he could have afforded a better weapon, but we see him just rushing through the B apartments. You know, what is the plan with this Mac 10? It does look like it's going to be a B apartments play. And this is a pretty critical round for Cloud9 to win, and this is perhaps one of the reasons why we'll see a rush, because if you get onto that B site fast, it's very, very difficult to retake it, and there's no one here.
smokes down around the pillars in a short position. And again, look at the position. They are so solid now. Do you even go for this at this point, Cloud9? Do you invest in this war of attrition when you don't have position in any direction? They have Flusher and Market around 2 smokes. Olofmeister creeping through a smoke as well. And he'll get taken out. So now things start to look interesting as Cloud9 have short B. Starting to move forward, automatic on the scope. You can hear the Org of Rush as well going in and out. Guardian has got the high ground in apartments, but he needs to move forward as his teammates are being lost on the site. Adrent will trade. Rain trying to deal with the market position, but he's got one on short as well. Got sitting faster and faster, and now it's Flusher versus 2. And again, it seems it's time to back up. Maybe tries to take one more with it. There we go. And there he goes as FaZe Clan quickly tie the score.
It's very difficult, isn't it? Flusher, I think he got that first kill through the smoke, and it really started to make an argument to go for it. And that's always very difficult because, of course, you know, you do end up getting 4 kills despite losing the round, which does allow you to get, you know, harm your opponent's economy and keep their money honest for future rounds. But it's also the sacrifice is you not having a proper buy round now, and they serve to be basically make all the money back that they just lost. So it's a weird one. Flusher does have the AWP, so it's likely just because he has the armor.
Well, he has to go battle sniper mode now, but he may not get the opportunity. One of the things you ideally want to do if you're Flusher, especially on like an Inferno, for example, is get an aggressive kill, then rotate to the other side of the map as you anticipate your opponent of trying to avoid the AWP by doing the very same, but it seems it's going to be a straight charge into the A bomb site from FaZe. They know that the damage is very limited in what Cloud9 should be able to do, but these close quarters positions from Rush and Automatic could be a problem, jiggling, but doing nothing at all. It's the one fake creeping through the smoke, there he goes as well, and that has been a Cloud9 neutralized on the A bomb sites.
Yep, very nicely done from FaZe. I like the utility usage, and it's not really all that much more that they need to do. The AWP for Kiyoshima will be taken to the B apartments. He'll try to keep that alive, and you can see the hunt begins. They're already looking to try to figure out exactly where the AWP is, and it is the 3rd round lost in a row for Cloud9, so they'll get $2,400 in addition to what you see here. So it'd be pretty nice if Kiyoshima could hold on to this. They will get to him before that bomb explodes, I think. So this is going to be very difficult. Well, they'll get him if they keep going forwards, but it looks like they're backing away now.
Oh, he has no idea where to go, so he'll just hide in this corner, hope for the best. Maybe Guardian or Nico catch him, as Nico is charging in that direction. Now they've cleared the B bomb site. It's going to be a tight one. They might see each other, not fire a bullet. Oh my God!
He hit it as well! He hit the shot on Nico. My God.
Robbery.
Oh, you hate to see that. That's going to feel pretty bad. Ouch.
Well, they've got money for another one. Automatic has an AWP, but of course, it will come at a cost of less utility.
Ooh, down
to say.
3 HP.
Got to do 100. FaZe now in the lead. 3 rounds in a row from them. And they start their initial execute. Smoke's being thrown. Automatic going through the window. Rain won't expect that. He continues to charge Automatic. He misses a shot, though. A rare miss from him. Maybe would have been traded. We'll never know. Flusher trying to do what he can, spotting ahead, but this could be a very costly early round from Cloud9. He's got to fall back. He can't. Olofmeister takes him out.
Oh, it's a complete disaster. This is looking very bad for Cloud9. Oh, and the push comes in from Zellsis in the B apartments. Someone has to make a play, and at this point, maybe it's too little too late. Indeed, we'll get the kill, but both bomb sites are very easily pried open here now by the remainder of FaZe. And they'll take A. Bomb can be planted. Zellsis has 19 HP. Doesn't have any nades, doesn't have the kits. The best he could really hope to do is maybe recover the AWP, but it's so far away, it's not going to happen. Taken down by Rain. And that's another round coming for FaZe. So 4-2. What is scary to me, James, is that last round, it's kind of the fashion in which Cloud9 lost it. We saw Flusher was trying to help out Automatic, but Automatic was a bit, like his timing was a bit too quick for Flusher to be able to assist, and they both go down in unfavorable engagements. And that's always a bad look.
Zellsis has a Zeus in this round. I know I always buy all my, either I have a key binder or I buy with my buttons, the numbers. I never use the menu, the GUI, if you will. And with the numbers, I don't even know how you buy Azeus. But I tend to get thrown one sometimes. Anyway, we'll see if you can get something out of it. Little reward, but if you do get a, I mean, if you get a kill, full stop, if it gets you a kill, it's so costly to your opponent that on certain maps with certain angles, it is worth trying. I think that is a smoke for the top of connector. Some people at home would just throw a normal one to the bottom of connector, but that favors the CTs, they can look over it. So if you want to take position like this, you need to throw it over the top, pop flash your teammates in. Then you've got map control. You've got more information than your opponent as far as mid is concerned. You can choose to split B, choose to make a play towards A, boosting window, so on and so forth. Moving in towards short now. 3 FaZe Clan players. The pistols are close. The charge being thrown. Well, Mice will survive 1 frag, but what the hell has happened now? It's all blue in the kill feed in favor of Cloud9, and that Zeus is still on the prowl.
Running into the stack. Oh my god, the nades are doing some damage here. Zelsis pulls out the PT50. Adren is so weak that PT50 is all that's needed. Like one good connection. And there it is. And can he find an AWP, an AK, anything? Yes, there we go. AK collected. And, well, that's unlucky for FaZe. You know, Cloud9, they just stacked the B-bomb site. They stacked the B-bomb site. There was no information play from FaZe. They relied on just trying to get in with nades, and it did not work.
One, and then the grenade from Flusher, Kiyoshima with the deagle. 3 kills in a matter of 1 second. Absolutely bananas. And just like that, everything turns around. But now both teams have a good buy. Full grenades for everybody, AWP for Guardian and for Automatic. Automatic starting in the window. Not the most ideal place, ironically, for a sniper, because you'll often be smoked off the position. That's one thing to look out for, what the sniper does on the CT side once they get smoked off mid. Lots of rotation to be done. Speaking of rotation, Zelsis has gone very deep into the apartment. So, again, Cloud9 with his executes. Now, he can back off, and he does. However, FaZe Clan have no idea if anybody's in the kitchen area or on the opposite side. So that's got a very difficult situation to deal with for them.
Just holding that default at the moment, FaZe fairly passively. 3 players on A for Cloud9. 2 at ticket and 1 at default. That's pretty interesting. Maybe anticipating Cloud9 to go, or rather FaZe to go for that play straight onto the A bomb site, as they've done a few times now already in this half.
I think there was a fake suggested by FaZe. They had the connector and the stairs smokes up, but they've moved it into the B bomb site. So I think they've sold Cloud9 a fake, and they've got 3 players on A Cloud9, 2 on the B bomb site. Will these 2 be enough? Zelsis now on his own. He spots 1 player jumping out the window. Oh, he has a teammate here, and they will clean up Kiyoshima, sorry, Flusher and Zelsis. Kiyoshima getting a frag elsewhere. So a fake was suggested by FaZe Clan, but they had like almost no success anyway.
Indeed, you see Automatic against Nico there. It's pretty early days in Mirage, and it has been going fairly well for FaZe overall. And we're just now seeing Zelsis come into action, and this is some of the stuff that I saw at Iwakaya Masters, as Jason has suggested on the desk. You know, it seemed as though he had been targeted a bit on that B-bomb site, but you could see there that he's very crisp with his aim and very convincing.
That was a 2 versus 4 for Cloud9 on the B-bomb site.
Yeah.
2 FaZe Clan players on the high ground in apartments and 2 in that short B position. So maybe reading that there would be a stack towards A because of the map control taken early by Cloud9 towards B. They'd play against that. They had the numbers, but they didn't get the kills.
Lots of discussion there on the FaZe side of things, as they, I imagine, would have absolutely expected. As you said, James, you know, things played out. It's a 4v2. I mean, that's pretty amazing. You're actually getting open aim battles against these CTs, but still somehow you can't get the bomb side. Definitely a really good turn of events for Cloud9 to bring them back into it, as FaZe are stuck on pistols, and Cloud9 have actually got an economy, and that's just the first time really in this match of Mirage. And we'll see if FaZe just need to go contact B.
I think we may see FaZe try to victimize Zelsis in this CT half of Mirage for Cloud9. He's held his own so far. Olafmeister making his way through, runs on Zelsis' head, somehow still gets the frag. Maybe awkward mouse position for him. Big headshot from Olafmeister, and it might be FaZe Clan's turn to enact revenge on essentially a pistol round, pistol buy for FaZe Clan. 4 versus 3. Olafmeister taken out, and it seemed that Cloud9 were backing off. Maybe this spurs them on. A headshot from Automatic. Kishima taken out, and it seems that Cloud9 might commit to this.
Yeah, they have money, so they can go for it. Automatic's doing more and more damage with his AWP. With the rotation coming in from Rush, he's key at this point because the AWP is pinning them down. Ooh, Automatic with a miss and a timely peek from Guardian. Now down to Rush with the AWP, and he can't get it done. It's Guardian to finish it off, and I have to say, it looked like Zelsis lost control of his mouse there or something, because he absolutely should have had the kill on Olafmeister. Olafmeister picks up the AK and immediately kills Flusher, and you can see it here. There's quite a bit of time for Zelsis to get that one. Oh god, that's tough. It's tough to lose a round like that.
It is indeed, but FaZe have lost a round already with those pistols and HE grenades towards the B bomb site, so maybe all is balanced. Chaos serves both teams. FaZe Clan in the lead. Dren will not win his duel with Flusher, and that's a lot of information. He's the only person lurking towards A, and Rush is checking ramp as well, so they're very quickly getting information. FaZe Clan notice. FaZe Clan's charging towards a B split at the same time. Automatic is in market. No one's in the B bomb site itself. Zelsis is towards A. They're probably going to look for him. In the meantime, Automatic getting a pick off. Nico taken out. But will FaZe Clan realize that nobody else is there? They're planting the bomb, so they must realize that now.
Flash and the repeat comes in, but there's surely too much position here for FaZe. You can see Guardian just prowling around the cat position as Olafmeister posts up in the B apartments, and it's going to be tough, but with that kill and the AWP out of the picture, 5v2, Cloud9 can start to swarm and use the numbers advantage to try to make this round work. As Rain goes around the side of the door, playing that off angle. Nice snap. Olafmeister doing great damage, but it's up to Rain. That bomb ticking away. If he gets a couple kills here, oh, in the face, Automatic. He's had some great AWP work, and if we consider he had no Kevlar, that is close. And the bomb defuse even closer, but it is good as Zelsis secures it. What a round.
That is such a huge frag for Automatic. None of the players had a kit, the 3 remaining players. And again, considering the start of the situation, again, Zelsis over towards A on that occasion. Automatic just holding for the retake. They had the numbers because the element of surprise worked out for them, him holding that angle. Not very often you'll see that kind of setup from a CT side. And that gets them over the line. 5-5 now. A second sniper comes out for Cloud9. Guardian will continue with one of his own. Seen some frustrating misses from both snipers so far. Again now from FaZe, we have a big focus towards A.
Rush with that. MP9 getting the initial kill, but also the information, which is really important. 3 players on Cloud9 around the A positions. Deep on the bomb site are 2. So with Automatic, with that AWP in Palace, that's kind of interesting. We'll have to see if FaZe can do something about this. They're all coming from A ramp. Normally not exactly a perfect scenario. As you can see, Kishima takes down one by Sandwich, and they can't quite push onto position on the site. This is very awkward for FaZe.
Rush saw Nico carrying the bomb as well, and Adren is the man who goes down on the site. They know that there's a reasonable chance that Nico is still there. Very awkward indeed. They continue to be held in position. Always good if you have those mid or late Molotovs to stop the T's from pushing out of the ramp. And there goes another one. Guardian taken out by Automatic. 3 players remain on the A bomb site. Zelsis has been holding on short this entire time. He's starting to move up mid now as Nico is rotating the bomb away. Perhaps Nico hears him. I think he has now. Has he spotted him though? Who has a superior angle? Nico knows that he's there. Jack in the box! But it's Zelsis with the hammer. That leaves Olafmeister 1 versus 4 to collect the bomb. 30 seconds. Not a great situation for him. Not much he can do. Many choices have been taken away.
I really enjoyed how Cloud9 got Automatic safely out of the Palace position, not risking a 1 versus 1 and just falling back into safety as he was about to be flanked. And it's like Olafmeister will just try to keep himself alive at this point. It's really awkward because this team has absolutely no money, and this is where Cloud9 can really take over the game. We'll see if they can get a big score on this half, but they should at least be able to get to 7 rounds here without too much contestation. They're going to have 3 AWPs now, James.
Why not?
Oh, that's not a bad find, is it? Not a bad find at all. And this Ooh! Okay.
Juicy.
That is nice.
Don't do it. Last game is punching
Breaking your
himself in the head. So no more punches, please. Hold his arm, Yanko. The man demands so much of himself. You have to respect it. 4 scopes, 1 being an AUG on the Cloud9 side now. Opportunist, but with all these pistols out, a fast swarm from FaZe could be profitable. AK is collected by Nico. Flashbangs in the mid position. Cloud9 looking comfortable for now. They've got the slippers on and the smoking jacket. Let's see what FaZe Clan can do. Kiyashima spots a player. He knows there is a boost. Doesn't quite connect, however. Molotov will be a good deterrent.
Yeah, and there's not much argument for Cloud9 to really, especially with all the AWPs they have, there's no argument to really try to contest mid. They have all the range that they need with those AWPs, just controlling the side. You can see on your radars there at the top left of your screen, just the formation that Cloud9 have. It's very passive defensive. You can see that in case there is a boost through the window, Kiyoshima's watching the vents so that they can't get a backstab on. And if they were to try to go jungle or connector, well, you've got automatic ready around ticket. And you got Rush as well, he can be a fast responder on the A-bomb side. So they have pretty much everything covered. They don't need to do anything, which is kind of important. You have to recognize when that is. So there's a quick flash over, but you see Rush takes a quick peek. He'll find one. And he'll spot 2 more players, information to the team. And you can see the push from Catwalk now, from Flusher. And he gets one in the back as well. So just very easy way to handle this. It's the most common thing in the world, isn't it, James, when you're playing a pug? Everyone's just like, oh, there's guys in mid. I can go and kill them. And I run into mid.
The schoolboy football. And everybody chasing the ball.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's all you can do is watch. No one listens, and you just sit there in frustration. I play Danger Zone instead. The 3 AWPs continue. The 4 scopes continue for Cloud9. No losses in that round. FaZe Clan trying to squeeze everything. At least it cost them utility. That's something. There are still some rounds to play for in this half. Score still close. 5 AKs. Not much in the name of utility for FaZe Clan. Looking for another fast play. Quickly towards Connector, which used to be a Kiyoshima's job, but now he's stopping it instead with the AWP. That was the vintage Kiyashima for FaZe Clan back in the day. Now he looks towards Palace. He spots an elbow. Trying to put an arm in a sling, but he misses the shot.
Yeah, Guardian made his way up to the sandwich position. I do not know how that Molotov has not touched him. He's quite fortunate. And we'll have to see if the CTs don't think that he's dead because of that. And indeed, he's going to get the drop on the flusher, but that flick is strong. It lands true, and that is now FaZe with only 1 left with which to do anything about this round. And Adren, I mean, damage is, at this point, your objective, but it's looking very difficult to even get a single kill. This peek comes in, the shot is missed with the AWP. And now it's just a case of just trying to win that battle against the AWP, which is not going to happen, even though the AWP does miss. And they'll continue with 3 AWPs, James. Seems to be working.
10 men surviving the last 2 rounds for Cloud9. Again, this used to be Kiyoshima's job on FaZe. He was so good at getting into connector on the T side in record time, and now he's the one shutting it down against some of his old teammates. 8-5, 2 rounds remain in this half, and the money is rough for FaZe Clan. They've taken a tactical timeout. The money averages $3,000 per person, which isn't quite enough right now.
Ain't enough. Yep, it's definitely not looking great. And with the way that Cloud9 started this half, I definitely didn't think it would be going like this. They've already warmed up. We saw a few errors, which really felt like they weren't focused. You know, we saw this push up from mid from automatic where he didn't even hit the shot, and if he did, he would have been traded out. And like the timing from Flusher in trying to assist him was kind of awkward. We see Zelsis, you know, where he sort of fumbled a defense there on B, which almost cost them the round. But beyond that, they've looked really smooth. Otherwise, they're really hitting a flow now. Oh, they gave up the triple AWPs though.
More nuisance offered by Cloud9. Oh, the meaty grenades behind it. The double wall by the burger with cheese. Too much cholesterol. Send the amber lamps. Olofmeister left in this eco. 1 versus 4. Again, just trying to eke out anything. At this point, he could take an AK away. Takes an AWP away, they could probably buy another one as we move into the last round of the first half. 9-5, Cloud9 separating themselves from their opponent. They do lead by 1 map. This is the pick of FaZe Clan.
Indeed, full buy comes in, and the 10-5 is what Cloud9 are really geared up to be finding with the momentum that they have. But FaZe perhaps still have something to mix it up with. I think just trying to get that mid-control. Kiyoshima's been somewhat of a nightmare defending it recently with the orbs that he's been carrying, but he's back on a rifle now. So we'll see if that approach changes. But a quick push in through connector. You can see that Cloud9 really focusing on that mid-control, but FaZe, 2 players pushing apartments, B apartments quite quickly here. Nice find from Adren. The trade is there with the Kiyoshima though. And there's lots of info for Cloud9 to realize. We'll start to put the pieces together.
Flashbangs, Zelsis has in trouble. Pulling out the CZ, how's he got time to even pull it out? He is going to be eliminated though. Now Plus has got more to do, but he can't get a multi-frag. And it could be round number 6 for FaZe Clan. 2 versus 3, this can quickly change. Kiyoshima maybe trying to bait a shot, he did, and he cost him. Automatic now, 1 versus 2. Looking for these players. He knows one has to be near that default position. How does he avoid getting traded? Pulling out the CZ is a good start. Spotting Nico close, but Nico will finish off the round for round number 6 for FaZe Clan. I love the style of play that we saw from Cloud9. The aggression, taking the game to FaZe on the CT side, setting the pace, showing no fear, and just showing massive amounts of confidence. That is really difficult to play against.
Absolutely, yeah. And it's interesting to see that, where Cloud9 and FaZe were kind of winning rounds. You see that the mid approach was working really well for FaZe, or rather for Cloud9, so they kept going for that. FaZe sort of reacting by having 2 players in B apartments ready to spring on that B bomb site, because typically if you're gonna really put an emphasis on that A bomb site, or rather sorry, that mid control as the CTs, you're gonna probably only have 1 guy, 1 defender on that B site. So if you see that push, you can react then by a quick push into the B bomb site yourself, and we saw that, and Zelsis was unable to get enough value. I have to say, I'm always afraid to equip that CZ, because I feel like sometimes in certain scenarios, depending on your position, if you have to pull out your sidearm, you probably don't have much time to do it, and that switch time is so very long. But we're into the second half. FaZe Clan on the way back, perhaps, but can they win a single pistol round, Jay? So far, Cloud9 have won every pistol round in this series. Yeah,
that's not helpful if your name is FaZe Clan. Now they start on the CT side. P2000 on Guardian, the fashionista, if you will. The rest on the USPs. Olofmeister with 2 flashes. He's holding 1 for the B bomb side. This is actually a pistol run that Cloud9 used to do in the days of Tarek. You jump on the balcony and have a look-see. There's a great example versus NIP, which you can find online. And there's a lovely shot from Guardian to take out Rush as Cloud9 move into a split of the A site, planting the bomb for short.
Guaranteeing the money at the very least. Good defense from Celsius, taking down Rain on Ticket. 4v4 now as Flusher looks to try to find 1. Oh, around the corner finds the Dren. And it's looking pretty bad again for FaZe. What is going on here with the pistol rounds? Kiyoshima just harassing their great positioning behind the bomb plant. This is so heavily favored here now for Cloud9. Nico is going to have to really do something special with the help of Olofmeister to make this one work, and looking to find 1. Oh, Celsius gets it though. Olof with everything to do, and he's not going to be able to do it. Cloud9, 4 of 4 pistols.
Well then, I'd be surprised if we saw a force buy from FaZe here. I'd expect them to go for the rifles earlier. But indeed, it is ironic. Basically, FaZe did a classic Cloud9 pistol round. But to no avail, all the pistol rounds for Cloud9, it seems. Oh, they are going to go for the force buy after all, FaZe Clan. I mean, they are very confident. They've got the skill to do it, but CZs and a Deagle on Mirage, it's not going to be easy. I suppose they feel it's a necessary gamble to give themselves the best opportunity in this map, being a map down already.
Well, it's one way to win a pistol round. It's a pistol round of sorts. Here for them, a second chance, perhaps. And as you say, it is FaZe. They're one of the teams that are very dangerous, or the most dangerous. In the past, at least, they were considered to be that way when they are buying pistols like this. So this extra economy that you get in the economy change is very helpful for a team like them to have this option. The question is, it's about surprise as well. Cloud9, if they play an anti-eco expecting just a USP save, they're going to be in for quite a surprise.
Meticulous map control taking from their teammates and so on. We've got Lurker asking questions. And Zellsis takes care of him. There's enough time for Cloud9 to move towards A, now that FaZe Clan know they're not currently there. And it seems that will be the order of the day. Bomb collected by Kiyoshima, Russian automatic and connector. Now, do the players on B move towards A if Nico is to die, or do they just try to hold on to what they have for the next rounds, where they've got a better chance of getting into better positions once again? I think it's probably the latter. Back of the head and dead. And we see minimal movement from FaZe Clan on that B bomb site. So again, the gamble forced buy has not paid off, but they can do the same next round. It will of course be weaker because they need to keep the money together. But if they can survive, they'll get 2 opportunities. But it seems that they will be hunted at least by the SMG of Flusher.
Oh, you'll try at least. Let's see if you can make it work. Look nice throwing a smoke at it. That actually surprised me as well. On edge. Yeah. I like to see that nothing's going to be happening there. So it looks like they'll hold on to the Kevlar. They have, and Cloud9 11-6. They've bested the force buy out of FaZe again on that CT side. We saw an overpass. FaZe tried it, and Cloud9 also defeated it there. And here goes Flash. Nope. Denied.
Great angle from Olofmeister. Would you expect anything less? Positions himself at the point where his opponent looks away to see if anybody's towards B. Brilliant stuff. What's not brilliant though for FaZe Clan is 0-1 and 6-4-11. But yes, they have the 2 CZs. They've got the scout from the previous round. Didn't see much action. So opportunity number 2 is served. But of course, Cloud9 will limit the risk with the amount of utility they have. Kishima may have heard a player jump towards the Palace position. Starts to back off in case of a potential push. Got to be very careful. He has a teammate in tow, however. Zellsis may have shown the bomb, but it is of little concern because Kiyoshima is cleaning house. He's bleaching the toilet.
Only 2 left now. Galil on a trend. And that Max 10 is going to be better at that range, it seems. Now just all of Meister left with the CZ, so not too much to be done here. 12-6 is soon to be the scoreline. As Automatic finishes off Olofmeister, and once again it feels like a very similar situation as to what we had on Overpass. But I'm curious how FaZe will play this. Will they go passive, aggressive, do what Cloud9 was doing and just hit up that, heavy mid approach straight away, take that map control? And that could be really punishing. If the T side decide to go for a default straight away, that can be really punishing. Or if you try to push and open one of the extremities, another way to punish a default. The question is, will Cloud9 play a default?
Guardian has no Kevlar to go with his AWP. The rest of the team are well equipped in terms of weaponry utility. 3 players in mid for Cloud9. Very quickly into the window. This should be heard by Olofmeister, who's in the ladder position. Adren's outside the crawl space, as you can see. It hasn't been opened up just yet. Flusher with the Mac 10 at close quarters. Catching Adren with a grenade in his hand, but not getting the kill. Forced away through the Molotov, and there's the first kill. It's Nico going down. Rain trying to defend the A bomb site, but he can't do it. Adren is in CT, but... Oh, okay. We've got 2 quick frags from FaZe Clan. I was wondering if it was safe territory, but it's a 3-on-3 now.
Flusher really wants this Mac 10 to do something, as it looks a bit out of place in this round. Rush did a great job though, 2 opening kills, a lot of damage as well on to, I forget which player it exactly was, I think it was Adren actually. So Adren's on 28 HP by CT spawn, so Cloud9 in a really good position here. You can see Flusher going for a very long rotation to try to catch them with the flank and maybe get a kill out of that Mac 10. He's had a lot of action with it so far, but just no kills. So we'll see if this works out for him whilst his teammates are stuck on the bomb site.
Adren and Olofmeister pushing the site. Olofmeister's the man carrying the kit. Flusher's almost in a Virtus Pro position where you'd see someone like Pasha coming through the apartments late on with a scout or something, but maybe not a Mac 10. Either way, his teammates will pick up most of the frags and he will get that last one, Flusher, when all is said and done. FaZe Clan invested everything and they took nothing from that round. And it may be Eco Town for them once again.
Yeah, look at Rush go, gets himself in position up on the stairs. A quick 1-2 there. And I mean, Flush's play with the Mac 10, it looks really awkward because it's a Mac 10. But it works. It actually does so much damage. He's just such a nuisance. He was such a nuisance in that round against FaZe. It's really interesting. Either way, back on the pistols. It feels like that's just been the story for FaZe this entire series.
Zelsis waiting for a push, and maybe he'll get one. There are no flashes for FaZe. 2 smokes, 2 HE grenades. Rain is up near the palace, but won't be venturing in just yet. Adren picked off, having a look towards B. Early pick in favor of Cloud9. I think so far in this series, they just seem to be the better prepared team. I mean, there are recent changes for... There's difficulty on both sides, of course. Adren being a new player playing for FaZe Clan at the moment, be it short term or long term. Obviously, Golden is out of action at the moment. We've got Zelsis here as well. But we saw, I think it was very telling when we saw an execute into overpass B from Cloud9 from Zelsis' POV running in, avoiding 2 flashbangs with perfect timing. I think it's just, you can see that the communication looks really good for Cloud9, and it is proving, well, it's giving them benefits to Mirage at the moment, and earlier on in overpass. A kill for Guardian, but I don't know how much more FaZe Clan will get from this round.
Yeah, Nico's in a decent position, but the opportunity to create a round-winning scenario is not all that likely. But we'll see what they can do. And Guardian does have that. Oh, that's not bad, is it? Oh, no. Oh, dear. That is... Oof. That's disappointing for Nico. Very disappointing for Nico. Bomb goes down, and if they had a chance, that should have been it.
It's really surprisingly awkward when someone is moving in a very erratic position like that and you're trying to kill them when it looks like you've got a free shot, but it's not so simple, but he still should have got the kill. The back is a big target from that range. And here we are. 14-6 will soon be the score for Cloud9. It is maximum loss bonus already for FaZe Clan, so they will have all the toys they want, but they don't have a single round in this half. And that is an issue, a very big one.
Yes. Maybe it speaks to the state of mind for FaZe at the moment. Feeling a little bit deflated or dejected. Other words beginning with D. And Cloud9 moved to 14. They're looking way more comfortable here than on Overpass, I must say. Despite obviously having that 12-3 start on Overpass, Cloud9, I feel like they still look more comfortable on this map. And maybe it's that FaZe look a bit more out of sorts. Either way, the double AWP will come in for FaZe, Guardian and Olofmeister to carry those AWPs. And Cloud9, they just have to keep on keeping on. They've found success in a multitude of ways. Here is a quick push in mid from Olofmeister, jumping up onto the fence. It's very nice, timing-wise. But it's a passive start from Cloud9.
Everybody's static for now. Cloud9 giving FaZe an opportunity to walk the plank, to hang themselves. Now we see some execution from Cloud9. It seems to be a fake. Again, we've got those smokes which would isolate an A player. Reyna's fallen back, so FaZe Clan see nothing, but they still hear grenades being thrown around the A bomb site. Adren starting to rotate away from the balcony on B, but Olofmeister staying close to short. Not quite sure what's going on. Celsius with the bomb in spawn, so it seems Cloud9 are playing off reaction, and it hasn't been much of one for FaZe. So what is the ultimate intention? We've got a lurker in Kyo towards B, we've got a lurker in Rush towards A, 2 players moving through mid, and while Celsius is in B apps, he could, technically speaking, still go towards A. That's becoming less and less likely.
Yeah, the time is really at a point where they are so committed into that B split. But they will take connector and make things still feel like it could be an A attack. Olofmeister holding down the catwalk position. These players now attacking the B bombers have to make it work. They're in a 2 versus 2 effectively as Olofmeister needs to get this kill. He gets it, turns around. The flick will miss, but still, it's a very laboured approach onto the bomb site. Time is of the essence. These frags have to be fast, and they are, but the trades are coming in just as quickly from FaZe, and they'll shut it down.
A familiar position. 7-14, the same score was seen on the previous map, and FaZe managed to bring it back. Can they repeat history? A technical pause. People will sit with this tension. 7-14. I don't think the Nightmares will be swirling for Cloud9 just yet. Automatic looks in good spirits. Very comfortable position once more. Nico reconnecting to the server. I think he was in the previous map as well, so we'll see what's up. Kishima 21 for 9, very comfortable versus his former teammates. Last map it was Rush and Automatic doing the heavy lifting. And for now Kishima is slightly ahead. His teammates averaging about 14-15 frags. I really enjoyed watching him. We're back in the FaZe Clan days on the T side of Mirage. Just the sheer number of times he would just charge into connector. It just seemed insane that he managed to get there again and again and again and again.
Yeah, it's really important as well to threaten those fast timings as well in those positions. You know, you force more defensive grenades early in the round from the CTs. You force more presence as well. Like, and if mid is smoked out, you know, you have to be scared of that. And sometimes that also pulls the cat player in the early timing more deep on cat. So then there's a guy who's alone on B, which gives you opportunities to like burst B and have a an engagement only against one player. So it creates it creates a lot of different scenarios that you can take advantage of on the T side. And here we can see that Kiyashima indeed is absolutely killing it right now. He's doing a great job there for Cloud9, and right now it's Olofmeister who is... Everyone else other than Olofmeister is really struggling, it seems, to get that damage in.
Kiyashima, he's been a consistent player for Cloud9 of late, and is looking good in this position at the moment. Looking to send FaZe Clan into the lower bracket. 2 rounds away from victory, Cloud9.
Yeah. Yeah, Kiyashima actually one of the players French players escaping the French scene, because a lot of them, we have all these like skilled French players sort of stuck in the vortex of French Counter-Strike, and things have been going not so well for the French teams at the moment. We've kind of seen them disappear completely from the top flight CS. But Kiyashima, he was biding his time, and he didn't want to go into a French team. He wanted to play in an international team. Obviously, he's been living in the UK for a very long time with his girlfriend. He speaks very, very good English, very, very good English.
He took our women down.
And well, at least he moved to the country and didn't take them away. But as in the past,
anyone.
Yeah, exactly. So it's really cool as well, because during the period where he was gone, he kept getting smacked with, he kept getting branded as a player who was, obviously the meme, the problem. But he's very smart. He's very all-rounded. Good with a sniper rifle, good with rifles, pistols. Very smart and very clutch as well. He's kind of the full package in that sense. So it's good to see that people can finally see that again.
He's the Christmas hamper. He's the pate, the cheese, the wine, and the posh biscuits. Looks like we'll be back into it, restoring the round. 7-14 once more. And away we should soon go. FaZe 2 rounds away from a 0-2 to start off this weekend here in Atlanta. Not the warmest, but always nice.
Yeah, indeed. Indeed. FaZe. Here we go. Can they turn things around after the pause? They are on 7 rounds against the 14 of Cloud9. Once again, a big comeback is asked of them, and can they deliver it? It looks like they're going with a balcony burst. 3 players in the Palace position very early on, but will it work out here for Cloud9?
Waterfall of pots and pans, forks and knives. Spoons but no yogurts. Kiyashima moving away from the fire towards B, showing some presence. Nice headshot from Mirage, and Guardian's here to defend. He's going to find more targets. Zel's has taken out. The bomb's on the floor now. He can see it on the radar, and that means a big rotation. Olofmeister may hear Kiyashima lurking in the apartment, so he'll stay on short for the time being. Guardian just harassing, firing shots into the smoke. We've got an elevated automatic, but that smoke will soon go. Spawns the player, but can't get a kill. Bomb spotted again. Flusher now near the ramp, waiting for Kiyashima to join him. And they're surrounded by 3, soon to be 4 FaZe Clan players.
Very nice from Guardian. He stopped that push by himself. He got those super quick kills, and that kind of makes the difference, because you can get 2 kills, but if the timing isn't very quick, then the T's maybe they've already gained some space. Maybe they've thrown more utility. Maybe they've bought more time for their rotation to come in and assist. But Guardian like shot those 2 players down so quickly that Cloud9 just didn't have the A site anymore, and there's so much time for the rotation. Beautiful work from him, and Cloud9, they've got to be so cautious of Guardian now moving forwards.
4 HEs from Cloud9. They've got the smoke, and they'll throw the HEs behind the smoke. See things like this from Astralis as well. Minimal damage, really. For the sake of 4 grenades, Guardian's got 70 HP, so they did not get much out of that. They were sold duds. Automatic will be boosted with a Glock. Not the most spectacular weapon in Counter-Strike, it's fair to say.
I love that boost position, it's so strong. See, catwalk, if someone comes in for a peek and takes a shot with an AWP, you can just jump on them whilst they're in the reload phase. But FaZe are playing it exactly like Cloud9 did in the same position. Very passive, very strong setup.
Celsius dropping the bomb in mid. Just having a look-see. Not showing the bomb to the opponent. But with limited players alive, bomb will now need to be collected. Automatic's made his way into jungle, but Nico's in CT spawn essentially, so not much to do for him. Rain taken out on the site. If Flusher can get out, he could pick up the weapon. Guardian's got 2 places to look at, so perhaps there is more chance than Flusher may expect, but as Nico is moving over to cover for Guardian, that will change how he comes, and there he goes, leaving Automatic in a 1 versus 4. And he may not last very long at all. Loads of frags for Guardian, on to the next one.
I love the communication there. You can see that Flush was saying, hey, you make contact on ticket, and then I can wide swing. And if Nico wasn't there, Guardian probably dies. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool to see that level of detail there on the fly. And if it doesn't work out for them, FaZe do defends nicely. Guardian again, just this amazing anchor on that A-bomb site with AWP. And now they're up against the buy again. And this is where if there's an adjustment from Cloud9, we'll see it. And look at this. They're going to go for either... Are they going to go contact? Got to be careful of the AWP. FaZe are playing very, very far back.
A with smokes into execution. Out they go. Quick burst from Mirage. We've got blind players in CT spawn. We've got a frag for FaZe Clan. Molotovs flying out. Bomb needs to go down fast. There's a gap in the smoke, as you can see. Nico can watch the players going towards CT if they choose to go there, but he is susceptible to a potential spray as well. Bomb will get planted. Man advantage for FaZe. They're coming for the retake.
And that setup there on the ticket has worked out pretty well. Zelsis will get taken out and the bomb is planted open, but with 3 players left and so much utility in the hands of FaZe, this does not look very good. But that's a fantastic frag coming straight out of the corner. Keo with 2, and that is now going to give them a chance. Cloud9, maybe, just maybe, with those 2 kills, they can hold this as FaZe keep pressing forwards.
Flusher with a huge frag. That bomb is so far ticked though. Someone's got to hold it. Someone's got to be the hero, but there's no angle. Automatic missing the shot, but there's no way that Guardian can do this. He's got to scurry away with the AWP, and Cloud9 make it to match point. 15-9. 6 rounds away are FaZe Clan.
That was amazing from Kiyoshima. I am so impressed. He's a Molotov in the corner. He's forced to swing out. They know he's going to swing out. He still gets 2 kills from that position. And that was what tipped it over the edge for Cloud9 to be able to win it. And that is very frustrating for FaZe. They were 5 versus 3 with full utility on an A retake. Doesn't get much better than that, but they still lose the round.
Flusher with the Mac-10 again, trying to win by embarrassment, perhaps. Nico going for a push in the middle area. 3 players coming out, so Nico will get 1. Can he get a second one? He can. This is absolutely ridiculous. Looking for a third. Nothing doing this jet. How has he managed to hold that against the odds, against match point? FaZe Clan are still in this, and all of a sudden, with 1:30 on the clock, it's a 1 versus 5 for Automatic. This is quite shocking. What a massive play from Nico, but who else would you expect to take the game into their own hands against match point and come out with something ridiculous like this?
Yeah, that's big. That is big. Someone has to step up. Someone has to lead the way forwards. And who else but Nico? Automatic can get some damage in with this AWP and be a bit tricky, but Olofmeister has it covered. So 10 rounds for FaZe, and once again, they're trying to fight for overtime. And they did it once, they did it on Overpass, and now they're here, they're going to do it again. And you gotta really hand it to FaZe. They have not had an easy time in this series. They've been playing against losing every pistol round, and here's another look at Nico's wonderful trio of kills. Rush unable to get it done. Nico certainly will get it done though. And there's actually a save here from Cloud9. Wow. Their money has been broken entirely.
Look at the impact of that. Well, now you start to sweat. Now the hairs will stand up. Now you start to get uncomfortable if you've got a C9 flare on Reddit. Starting to spread. Preemptive taps from Nico. And that will be a clean one for them. Money for grenades at this point. Of course, they can't lose any more rounds. 4 more rounds for FaZe. Can they do it again?
Deep breaths. Everyone has to get refocused, recentered. As those 4 rounds are not going to be easy to win. This one will be easier than some as they're against pure pistols and no Kevlar. But let's see what Cloud9 have in store for FaZe. Looks like they'll be splitting onto the B-bomb side. That could be what they're going for here. 3 towards top mids. No one towards A at the moment. We already saw this protocol from them, where they try to boost somebody up into the corner and try to play for those mid picks. But once again, it's just too difficult. FaZe can just let them have mid. They lose nothing by giving it up.
On the bomb in mid. They got a crossfire. Some kills for Guardian. Some statistics. And it should be buy time for Cloud9. 3 rounds, 2 buys. Do the nerves set in? I mean, all the players you see, or almost all the players you see playing Tier 1 Counter-Strike have been in positions like this before. In a 13-2 position, a 12-3 position, on both sides of the coin, comebacks, trying to stave off a comeback. Does it ever get comfortable, though, for Cloud9 or for FaZe? I think it can't. 3 players top mid for Cloud9. Nico is in the window, smoked off. Guardians towards A for the time being, and it seems like a fast split of the B bomb site for Cloud9, but this smoke is a problem, and Adren's very close to it. Easy avoidance of the pop flash for him, and Olofmeister is delivering on short.
Q does get that quick kill, close range though, leaving Olofmeister alone, naked on the bomb site to try to delay with that AWP. It's not an easy task, but he does have reinforcements now. This has taken too long for Cloud9, but still there's a fighting chance as Automatic will get the kill onto Olof. Now it's down to his teammate as well, Kishima on the site, but with that kill, Automatic's forced down low to try to get these kills. He will not be able to get a plant with these players so close.
Looking for something, anything. Trying to force issue. He's got to bait these players out. He'll bait Nico out, and Nico will rip his face off. And now FaZe Clan are 2 rounds away. Olofmeister again delivering on a short position, trusting his teammate with the balcony area. Lovely second frag from him. Then buying time, trying to hug the wall, waiting for the rotation to come in. And it's 13-15. Again, it's looking reasonable for overtime, but the statistics continue. Even if FaZe Clan are to win the map, it's always a close score of late, it seems.
This is really interesting, like the setup for if there's if this matchup happens in the future. Let's say whichever one of these teams wins this one, and makes the run, it wins the following matchup, and then again, like the team that gets dropped down to the loser bracket makes it to the finals. Like it's set up pretty well because Cloud9 won every pistol. We can't forget that they've won every pistol. Of course, the pistol rounds do mean slightly less than they used to due to the economy change. But FaZe have done force buys on their CT sides every time they've lost a pistol, and that just makes that just ruins your economy. So FaZe on their CT sides have always had like these really rough starts, but here they've managed to recover so very nicely. And all they have to do now is win against 1 more buy round and 1 more pistol round. That's all they have to do to get overtime.
This time Guardians in the window, Nico and Rain on the A site. Rain 9 for 20, not the best game for him. Got to keep your wits about you. He's got good teammates to pick up the slack as well, and they have, bringing it to 13-15. Cloud9 looking to burst into the B bomb site. Adren is waiting, already is waiting. With no armor on these players, they will get cut to pieces. Hedgehogs and a lawnmower.
Ooh. That HE it just like bounced against the lip of the window. Imagine if it went in, I think it would have been perfect. Would have lit up those Cloud9 players quite nicely, but doesn't really matter anyway. They are not looking too good here. 3 versus 5 with those Deagles. You know, typically with those Deagles, you try to find those opening picks, but once again, you know, it's a very similar setup from FaZe. Very passive. You can let the T's have mid. Doesn't really matter. Still have to go onto the bomb site and plant that bomb. And speaking of which, maybe they have the bomb site because we just have Olofmeister on catwalk. They know when he plays, but they can't find the kill with these measly Deagles. It will not be enough, and that is it. 1 more round.
This is the round you don't want to lose to FaZe Clan. You don't want to come all the way here to lose 14-16. It has been 5 rounds in a row for them. It's been 8 rounds from 9 for FaZe Clan after losing the first 5 in this half. They have taken momentum. They have strangled it, snatched it from Cloud9. And they are imposing their will on the second half of this game now. Olofmeister will begin in the window, and that is a rare pick in the middle window that we've seen in this game so far of Mirage.
Yeah, that's a huge problem for Cloud9. Obviously, you're on the T side, it's not as bad to lose a player, but typically if you lose a player and cannot get a trade, you want to gain some position from it. And okay, they're moving up mid, but this is still, you can see that flashbang comes in. Usually that's going to be indicative of the CTs trying to actually get space there, get peaks there, get angles, more forward angles into contesting mid. And there it is, Olofmeister gets the pick off with that AWP. And now they're 3 against 5.
You're expecting Guardian to be on A when you see Olofmeister in the window, but how do you expect Olofmeister to go from the window to short on Mirage in that period of time? That is pretty damn crazy. That's a huge impact frag from him. That leaves 3 plays for Cloud9, and someone's got to concede position to go and pick up the bomb later on. Less than a minute on the clock, so this is a very difficult spot for Cloud9, and it gets worse. The issues get compounded. Flusher remaining in mid, and now it's Flusher 1 versus 5. I cannot stress how crazy and impactful that rotation from Olofmeister is in such a crucial round.
Wow, and it's clean. It's so clean. And we're going to overtime. FaZe, by the skin of their teeth, managed to keep themselves in this match and chance a 3rd map should they win the overtime. And here's that critical pick from Olofmeister on the timing. The flashbang came in a bit too late, and what a great rotation as well. And his teammates flashed so that if there was someone holding him, his position from chair, he'd be able to take that angle to then make that pick. So great team play from FaZe Clan.
Olofmeister is a goat. It's like a herd of goats, and he's one of the goats. You can pick whichever one you fancy. For now, I'll take Olofmeister. He is my goat. Waiting for overtime to start in the 2nd map of this best of 3 series. I think a lot of us want to see this go to Nuke. I think everybody who's not a Cloud9 fan right now. They are 1 map up at the moment. FaZe Clan will, well, both teams will come into this game, this round with intentions. Now, nobody wants to go 0-3 and face 3 game points or 3 match points, as it may be. FaZe Clan fully invested in this first round. They've gone for double AWPs, which is a gamble. If you lose by elimination in the first round with double AWPs, that's a lot of money gone. A lot.
Yeah, it's not fun. It ain't fun. And here we go. Overtime has commenced. Overtime number 1. FaZe Clan will continue on that CT side. Cloud9, they've been struggling of late to pick up rounds on this T side of theirs. So going with a very fast take of Catwalk. Look at this. The connector is smoked. Window is smoked. They've got very strong forward position there. What is the response here from FaZe? That's the question.
I wonder if Cloud9 were trying to suggest a split of the B bomb site with 1 lurker towards B. There was almost a rotation of a 3rd player towards B from FaZe Clan, but maybe a read that it wasn't what it seemed. Zelsis still playing passive in Palace and off angle, looking for an information play from FaZe Clan, but they've got nobody close. Rain in the sandwich position. Nico with his off angle towards connector. Guardian with the AWP. In CT, 1 minute on the clock, and Nico gets taken down. Rush with a superior angle. And that's minimal to no information for FaZe Clan, but now the bomb has been spotted, and the action can begin.
Yeah, that's a really, really big problem. Guardian buy ticket with the AWP is, as long as he has support, if you can deal with the support, you can deal with Guardian. But looks like actually Automatic will do it, and Kiyoshima, very nice headshot coming out of the gate there as he pushes from Connector. The bomb can go down finally, but good frag coming in from Adren, taking down Automatic by Connector. It is planted towards default though, towards the CT side, and that's a critical frag to defend that bomb in the future. And with the Dren, the last man standing, and that jump, it doesn't look all that likely now for him. The flick comes in from Flusher. It's labored. Doesn't look clean. Looks awkward. People are jumping around. Out comes the USP. Can Adren really do this?
I think he's got to go for this. He has a kit, and now he doesn't have anything else. And indeed, let's just recap. FaZe bought 2 AWPs in that round, and they lost by elimination. So they are going to be in for a really rough spot now. If they lose this round as well, the third one is almost free because they're going to have very little to fight with. So we'll have to wait and see. But for now, they have another full buy. They've got Guardian on the AWP, the 1 AWP in this round. Will it be another 3-0 half in overtime for Cloud9? It's certainly a good start for them.
Yeah, it absolutely is. That was a really fantastic round. They really mixed things up well. Like the fake to bait out rotation as you talked about. And here goes a FaZe play, mixing it up again. Mix up the pace, mix up the bomb site, and now Rain defending close is doing a good job. Oh, the Quickscope coming in, not going to do the job here. Rain still, how is he in that position? Out goes Flusher deep, and he will trade it out. But in comes Adren.
If Adren stands on the bench, he can shoot Flusher in the head if Flusher is standing, but that situation is not going to happen. See the bomb on the ramp. He spotted the bomb now, but he's conceded his position, and it's a free frag for Flusher. 2-0 for Cloud9. And now you await what kind of buy FaZe Clan are going to have. The best they can muster is 3,200 on Adren, or 3,250 on Nico, so this is not going to be good. It's going to be pretty damn ugly. Tactical timeout.
Yeah. Can hear Yanko talking about slowing things down.
No, he's talking about what Cloud9 are going to do. He's saying Cloud9 are going to slow it down because they know they have the advantages and the money's going to be rough and so on. What do you even buy? 2 UMPs, 2 MP9s. Adren hasn't bought anything just yet. Yanko laying out expectation, options, early round, options, mid round, options, late round. It's down to FaZe Clan in the server to execute. 3 UMPs, 2 MP9s, and a reasonable level of grenades. And I think his point about Cloud9 slowing it down, it might be Cloud9 are expectant of, let's say, a pop flash play somewhere from FaZe Clan to try and make up for the shortcomings in the weaponry and so on.
Yeah, and it's always difficult to know because if you have a very drilled team, playing it really fast can be really beneficial sometimes if you have a drill, very drilled around. And speaking of which, they are actually taking some very forward position here on mid, where you could actually expect in a round like this, FaZe to push mid. So Cloud9 not afraid of that. And they are just slowly but surely working more and more position here. And there's a CT smoke to counter any connector control. You have to be really careful if CT's playing over that smoke. Rush will get tagged by a Molotov. Olofmeister definitely knows that he's there. He must. But the question is really for FaZe how they deal with this, because they can't really respond to this. They've got very little utility left to try to retake any of these positions.
Olofmeister on short, the man with the only smoke for FaZe Clan now. 1 minute on the clock. Seems Cloud9 thought it's important. See his, just gonna cut my point there because the way he was lining up the smoke for the top of connector, gonna explain for people at home, but never mind. Now we have a push, a pop flash play, and he will get the kill. Going for the gun as well, back off before they come and trade the frag, and that is a solid smoke grenade. And that's really hard for Cloud9 because the bomb is in B apps at the moment. Zelsisto, I believe, has just walked straight through the smoke, expecting a rotation from FaZe Clan, who don't know where the bomb is right now. And that could be really crucial information. 24 seconds on the clock for this bomb, and FaZe Clan are happening towards the A bomb site. That's the only man towards B, and it might just be that 3-0 for Cloud9 in the first half of overtime.
Yeah, FaZe have to go for it. They don't have a kit. They did not buy a kit this round, which really creates a lot of problems here. Cuts out a lot of time for them to be able to do this one. But they, as you say, like this is the last round, they got to go for it. They do have an AK on Adren, so maybe there's a chance here. Someone can get an opening kill Could be a chance. There it is. Adren from Catwalk with that AK-47. Opens things up, starts to pressure. They start to dart out of the door in the window. Response is strong from both sides here. Adren looking for that 4th kill with that AK-47. Yet to take any damage. There's no kit though. He's got to go and chase the kill. That's the only way to make this one happen. Automatic does it! Cloud9 pick up the rounds, and now they just need one more moving into the second half. One more to take down FaZe 2-0.
Here we are again. A comeback from FaZe in normal time, a 3-0 half from Cloud9, and lots of work to do for FaZe once again. Check out Mr. Zelsis with these shots. Looking like a good addition for Cloud9 at the moment. Again, Golden still on the in the health ward or something. What do we say? He's away for health reasons, so who knows what Cloud9 will look like a month from now, 2 weeks from now. Waiting for everybody to ready up. 3 rounds required for FaZe. Otherwise, it's a 0-2 loss in the first match of ELEAGUE here this week in Atlanta.
I mean, the cool thing as well is like the versatility of the players on Cloud9, because like one of the strengths of the fact that they've been playing a year almost with just loads of different lineups, it means that loads of players, like loads of the core of Cloud9 have had to like mix up the positions that they play. You know, typically you used to see Flusher playing those positions that Zelsis has been on, like, you know, being the lurker, and they've just found different ways to maneuver their players and ways to mix up the roles that seem to click pretty well. So Cloud9, 18-15, they need 19 to take this match. FaZe must win 3 in a row to force overtime 2 to stay in this one with a chance to win it and a chance to get Nuke as a 3rd and final map in this series. And Guardian will open things up with a quick pick attempt and a fast connector approach here from FaZe.
Again, this is Kiyoshima's playground. The smoke grenade will help him hold on to the position he hears. Grenades being deployed, moving away in case, looking away in case there's a flashbang. There will be a boost into the window. No one's covering this, and no one in CT keeping an eye on this. So this could be a surprise, but Flusher will take out Rain. What is the response from FaZe Clan? Automatic rotating towards the A-bomb site. Nico playing for information, letting him run out, taking him out now. Flusher moving back into the mid position. Kishima still causing problems. Traded as well.
Good kills coming in from FaZe, now down to 2, Cloud9 as they look to defend the A site, but still the pressure's on FaZe to actually plant the bomb. Big white peak from Zelsis, takes down Nico. High flash comes in as well for Cloud9 as they start to try to push this onto the site, but just still really struggling to get a forward position, but the bomb still needs to go down. They don't have to go any further forwards, but it looks like the peak is caught by Guardian, and Zelsis has nothing else to do but to play forwards, and Guardian's got the angle. Very well done by FaZe.
1 down, 2 to go for FaZe Clan. All eyes on FaZe Clan, I think it's fair to say, to see if they can continue to come back. It's been a series of comebacks for them in this match so far. We'll see if they can continue to do that, or if Cloud9 can close it out. They've got 2 opportunities to do it. Rush will pick up the AUG. Flusher, Zelsis, and Kishima going for the M4A4. Automatic, of course, with the AWP. And the money starts to get low for Cloud9 as they lose the first round in this half. Kishima charging up now. Can he do the same as Nico? The flashbang is perfect for the tees. And Rain takes Kishima down for free.
Yeah, it's not a bad look, is it, for FaZe Clan? But Cloud9 still have some options. It's very difficult. Sometimes you may just think, okay, well, let's just try to gamble it, stack 3 players towards 1 bomb site and see how well that goes for us. At least, let's say, rush deep on Palace. You know, that could be a setup that you could go with, but they're actually playing 2 a site, 2 apiece so far, and that's also a viable way to try to stop this. We saw them in regular time win a 2v5 on the B-bomb site with Zelsis and Flusher, so still trying to work out exactly what FaZe are up to, but they're not in a position to get much information. And FaZe looking to try to go for a push. And they've got plenty of time to do it as well. Making sure that everything's clear before they go in. And as far as they know, there could be players very, very close on that ramp. Sometimes that is going to be the play of the CTs, not this time, but they've got to be careful about that.
Guardian was asking if he should smoke CT on A. Flusher moving closer, short, Molotov out for the time being, and FaZe Clan will capitalize on that timing. 3 players coming through connector, smoke's going down, a shot being missed. That was really crucial. 24 seconds though. There at CT, that's a massive problem. Zelsis may have just won this match for his team. Big spray from Rush, the bomb is down, and now it's down to a Dren. He is sandwiched. There's the first one, but he can't get a second. And there is the match for Cloud9, 19-16 on Mirage versus FaZe Clan, and they move forwards.
Really, really well played. That was really interesting to watch for both teams. You got to hand it to FaZe just a little bit though, just because they lost all the pistols, and that's really difficult to recover from sometimes. But